Disclaimer: the views, opinions, and insinuations made by the host or guests do not reflect those of the show, the management, and the network. Viewer discretion is advised.
Broadcasting beyond borders, the message of the truest tribe of coaching entrepreneurs and independent service providers from the Philippines. So this is Coach Orvyl for Colorblind, now on Season 2 here at Think Talk Broadcast, the flagship community project of coaching Think Talk speakers from Life Coach Philippines and members of Coach A coaching community. So I'll be back shortly with my guest, Coach Shaun de Joya from Pasig City. So welcome to the live streaming of Colorblind, airing every Saturday po ng 10 a.m. So in this show, we aim to help people who are already challenged to see what makes life really colorful by having a conversation about life beyond comfort zone, beyond isolation, beyond worldly success. Let's talk about love without color, safety beyond color. So broadcasting beyond borders of Capitolio, Pasig City on the 29th day of October 2022. So maulan na umaga po, no? So I am Coach Orvyl, a certified CACC life coach and a certified mental health coach. Also, I'm a master builder, apprentice of Master Coach A, and we build tribe as we help your unstoppable dream come true. And I'm a software engineer for a decade already, and I'm the founder and creator of Programmer Ako at Salamangkero community. So this community is for IT, software engineers, programmers who are shy and who wanted to start living confidently on their own terms responsibly so that they can start to teach, they can start to show up, they start to lead people, and they can start really, really being comfortable of themselves speaking in front of the crowd. Also, I'm one of the co-owners of RiseUpCreatives.com along with Master Coach A and Coach Clint. So RiseUpCreatives.com, it's a social commerce turnkey solution for every entrepreneur and business owners. Ayan. And our mission po here at Think Talk Broadcast is to get closer to our kindred and better serve our coaching tribe. So we envision being the go-to network for content that connects the mind, heart, and soul through the platform of life coaching. And by serving in this digital space, the change I want to see is to really normalize the conversation about love and safety beyond gender, beyond ethnicity, beyond job description, and really beyond corporate success, and really bring awareness how uncomfortable comfort zone is. Ayan. So, my guest for today, I'm very excited, and I'll be honest, no, a little bit yung excitement na to, meron ring konting kaba, but it's more on, I know him, like maraming years na rin, and naging coach ka, and up until now talaga isa rin po siya talaga. I look up, no, as being a coach and also being a guy as well, no. So ito magiging next guest ko. So we're going to talk about with this question: how would reaching corporate success make someone blinded to what makes life really colorful? So today, join me with my guest for a conversation about the traps of corporate success and digitalization and how we can transition towards living the life we dream and really building the legacy that we really want to live this world. So again, hindi ko na po papatagalin, mga emoji react po dyan, mag-react na po tayo. Let's welcome po Coach Shaun de Joya.
Alright, gandang gabi po sa mga lahat ng nakikinig at sumusubaybay ng Colorblind. Ayan. Thank you, Coach Orvyl. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for allowing me to be in the space and bless the space and your show.
Yep. Thank you, Coach. And na-remind ako na nagpa-practice ka nga mag-Tagalog. No? So tignan natin kung makakapag-Tagalog tayo sa mga susunod sa susunod na isang oras, no? Parang ganyan. Pero Coach Sean, let me take off with this a challenge and a question like what you always do with your show. Also, you have your own show dito sa Think Talk broadcast, which is you integrate. Coach Sean, can you introduce yourself dito sa viewers natin in a unique way, no? Like yung hindi ito usually yung pag-i-introduce mo, pagpapakilala mo kay Shaun de Joya. So take it away, coach. How do you like to introduce
Okay.
yourself?
Magandang,
Yeah.
magandang challenge to, na. Good morning, everyone. So, I am Coach Shaun de Joya. I am the man from Pasig City. I am someone who takes life very, very simply because I feel that simplicity would just allow you to enjoy the smallest things. Kasi at times, di ba, tayo mga tao, pag tayo'y nag-i-introduce at pag minsan ni-introduce natin, nag-start tayo sa kung anong ginagawa natin, di ba, the work that we're doing, how many years we've done in there, ano yung career natin, what path. Pero the beautiful thing about is yung na-realize ko when we're introducing someone is to focus on who you are as an individual. So I'm
Yeah.
an individual who is just wants simplicity. Ayan, di ba? Minsan, yung mga tao gusto ng complex one, ako simple lang. Gusto ko lang na ako yung taong gusto ko lang pag pumupunta sa isang place ay nakakakain ako ng mga pagkain na gusto kong kainin. At gusto ko lang yung pag pumupunta ako sa isang place, is nai-enjoy ko at yung ibang tao yung surrounding. So, ganyan lang ako. I seldom or I haven't introduced myself to that kind of introduction, Coach Orvyl. Pero magandang challenge yan na pag nilay-nilayan, di ba? Isipin natin kung sino ba tayo in deeply. Pero yan, ako ay isa pong simpleng tao and
Simpleng tao.
minsan complicated siya isipin pero yun lang talaga, simple lang. Gusto ko lang na kumain ng masasarap na pagkain.
Thank you po, Coach Sean. Yeah, naalala ko nga yung isang tawag yung quote na simplicity is beauty. And yeah, no, like really, thank you po for really taking the challenge, really expressing ako ano yung lumalabas sa utak niya right now, like really expressing to us who is Coach Shaun de Joya, no? So, Coach Sean, I always start with this na like of course bigyan niyo po kami ng picture kung sino si Coach Shaun de Joya. So like, meron 'di ba meron tayong mga vlogs na napapanood like a day in the life of for example, a day in the life of software engineer, a day in the life of teacher. So, Coach Shaun, a day in the life ni life Coach Shaun de Joya. Ano po itsura na?
A day in a life with life coach Shaun de Joya.
Yeah.
You know, like typical people, you wake up early in the morning and you become grateful of the things that you have surrounding you. You know, one of the things that I've learned uh, since I started life coaching back in 2018 is to be grateful in when you wake up in the morning and you go to sleep. And I share with this with a lot of people that if you want to start taking a look at things on a different perspective, if you want to
Yep.
be able to appreciate, diba, the life that you have, is be grateful. So pagising ko sa umaga, gratitude na agad yan. Three things that I'm grateful. Then one thing that I can do better today. Pagtulog, ganun din yan. Three things that I'm grateful for and one thing that I can do better the next day.
Yep.
And afterwards, I start the day with engaging, creating contents online. One of the things
Yeah.
that we've started learning is really practice being a creator. Yan ang
Yes.
ginagawa natin, mag-create ng content, valuable content, to be able to help other people in the digital space. So if you guys can see my timeline and my personal timeline, by the way, if you wanna follow me in my personal timeline, Sean Chong Di Hoya lang. And every single day, I post in there. I post in there an image and a reflection, a quote and a reflection of how that picture connects with me. Kasi yan yung mga bagay, Coach Orvyl, if you've known me prior to life coaching, I am your typical corporate executive who's very serious about work and just
Yes.
focus on working. I start my day checking my emails. Yan, di ba? Check agad yung telepono mo for emails. Okay, kumusta yung performance and all of these different things. And when you come into work, you start your day, mag-shift ka ng 10 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours a day. And when you get home, you still work at home.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that one, allowed me to open up my eyes of what am I totally missing. Kasi it kind of gave you or navigated through you to career success, pero nagkulang yung pag-aaruga mo sa sarili at pag-aaruga mo sa pamilya. And
Connected.
that one, when I got certified, I told myself, hey, when I learn about it, hey, I'm gonna create that boundaries in that. Kasi pag hindi ka nagka-create ng boundaries, hindi nagiging maganda yung pakiramdam mo eh. Oo nga, may pera ka nga, di ba? May
Yeah.
bahay ka, may auto ka, you were able to travel and all of these different bananas that I call, by the way. Pagdating mo sa bahay, pagtulog mo, parang feeling mo miserable ka pa rin. Parang may kulang.
Yeah.
So going back to my story, in every day that I do, when I got certified, when we continuously develop and trained and have this growth within us, na-realize ko na kailangan mong i-appreciate yung mga bagay-bagay sa paligid mo. Yung mga bagay
Yeah.
na na-experience mo, yung mga bagay na binigay sa'yo, yan, yung mga bagay na yan eh. Something that you would do. So, going back to what yung question mo, yung day na life ko, ganun siya. Creating, developing myself, figuring out what are the things that's hindering me from becoming the person that I want to be in the next 5, 10 years, 30, 20 years,
Yes.
for me to start working on that. Kasi yun,
Yeah.
Coach Orvyl, wala yan sa buhay ko nun eh. Over
Yeah.
a decade in the corporate world, that is not something that I do. So when I realized that it's a valuable thing to share to others, then I started doing that. So yan po
Yeah.
ang a day in a life with
Yes.
Coach Shaun.
Yeah. Thank you, Coach Sean. Actually, one of the things that I wanna capture right now is, of course, the being creative pagkagising, at the same time yung boundaries eh. Coach Sean,
Yeah.
can you can you give us kunyari a brief history, like kasi nasabi mo kayo na prior of becoming a life coach, like how are you growing up, and like do you really see ano yung parang dream job nyo as you move forward, as you grew up, and then paano po kayo napadpad in, like paano po kayo napadpad in being a life coach right now, being vulnerable and courageous in really telling your story or your wisdom and really coach no, like men like me myself. So can you give us a brief picture po then, Coach?
Sige. So, a dream to, no? Usapang dream.
Yeah,
When
like
I was
growing up.
in growing up, when I was growing up, we I came from a poor family. When I say poor, as in poor talaga, no? Kung kayo po ay nakapag-experience ng tsinelas na pudpud na, tapos di ba yung napuputol ko, Coach Orby,
Yeah,
yung
correct.
nilalagyan
Yeah,
ng
correct.
ng ganyan, di ba? Puputol, lalagyan mo ng alambre para maayos.
O
Tapos
kakalsuhan mo siya.
yung dito,
Oo.
butas yun, di ba? So, minsan
Oo.
pag namali ka ng lakad, pag nakaapa ka ng may bato, ang sakit. O, di ba? Ganyan yung
Yes.
mga experiences mo. So, that is the kind of life that we have. When my mom and dad were starting to have a family, ganun kami tabag nga, pobre, di ba? I'm being the youngest in the family, and I have my sister and brother with me. Ganun kami. Pero my father took it to himself to raise us and create a better life for us, and that's the reason why ako naman is I follow what my dad would have shown on how to take care of the family. So growing up, pobre, elementary, and the only time that my parents started to go well financially is I was in grade 4. Grade 4 papasok ng grade 5. My dad was became a lawyer. Tapos he works towards that. Then he moved to Metro Manila. Sabi nga nila, di ba, kung gusto mo yumaman, pumunta ka ng Manila sa mga
Yes.
taga-probinsya, di ba? Ganun yung
Isa sa
mindset
mga
natin
mindset
eh.
ko doon.
Di ba? Ganun yung mindset natin. Punta ka ng Manila, maghanap ka ng magandang trabaho doon. You start and work on that. So that one, yun yung naging lifestyle namin noon. And when we became well off, my dad put in all of the financial support that we needed for us to get down out of that rut. I always say rut kasi rut talaga eh. Hindi siya conducive for learning. My mom would share to me na mag-iisip ka kung ano ipapakain sa mga bata, how to take care of the bills and all of these things. So madami siyang isipin, di ba? And going in there nung naging well off na kami, doon I kind of started to have a awareness of my surrounding and awareness of what I wanted to be. And when I was growing up, Coach Orvyl, ang gusto ko talagang maging piloto. That is something that I wanted to do. I want to be a pilot. I want to be able to see the world from the top down. Gusto kong makita kung ano yung mundo. And for me kasi it's a form of appreciation na even though how miserable you are as of this state, di ba? Ito, kung titingnan mo to, very close lang tayo eh. Kung titingnan nating box, ito lang yung nakikita mo. But if you look further towards that, meron pang mga ibang bagay dyan na pwede mo ma-appreciate eh. And something that you can do. So I told myself, gusto kong magawa yan. But,
Yeah.
you know, unfortunately, even though financially well off na kami, it's not sufficient for my parents to support me towards that kind of profession. Kasi
Yeah. Yeah.
during those time, Coach Orvyl, um, yung PATS, if you're familiar with PATS dito sa Metro Manila, that is an aeronautical school, mahal
Mm.
yung tuition fee. Sobrang mahal for me to be able to go that. Kasi sabi ko, okay, pagtapos ko ng high school, punta ako ng PATS, mag-aaral ako. Kaya lang, hindi eh. Ang ano ng parents ko, hindi kaya financially. So, find something in the province for me to do. So,
Yeah.
hindi nga medyo eh, nag-deviate yung ano ko doon, path ko doon. Because that is really what I want. So, naghanap, back in, before ako mag-transition ng college, iniisip ko, ano ba gusto ko? What do I really want to do? Because
Yes.
I have a lot of question marks. Pag clear ka na kasi, Coach Orvyl, and for those of you joining, if you're clear with what you want to do, your energy, your attention, di ba, your conversation is
Yes.
focused towards that. Kaya lang, syempre parang hinit ka ng baseball bat nun eh, di ba, pak. Iniisip
Mm.
mo, okay, ano nang choice ko? So that one, since mahilig naman ako sa computer noon at nagkakalikot-kalikot ako ng computer, either sinisira ko or inaayos ko. Dalawa lang naman yun, di ba? Sirain mo, ayusin mo. So, nagbabating-ting. O sabi nga nila,
Yes, oo. Kutingti, oo, yan, totoo, nagtingting.
bating-ting, di ba?
Oo.
Mag-upgrade ka ng CPU, motherboard, papalitan mo yung hard disk, memory card,
Yeah.
and all of these things. So, I learned that. So, sabi ng parents ko, why not try dati nun is ComSci, di ba? Pero pag
Yes.
ComSci kasi more on software. Sabi ko parang hindi
Yes.
ko gusto yung ComSci. So mag-hardware, computer engineering. So I
Yes.
tried computer engineering but eventually when I went to a state, dito ako Coach Orvyl kaya sa mga lalaki po no, pag medyo may nag-iimpluwensya sa inyo ng magandang babae, mag-isip kayo ng mabuti. Kasi doon ako gumanon eh. From coming from third year and Coach Tin shares about it.
Yeah.
Coming into third year college, may bagong course which is electronic communications engineering back then in Aquinas
ECE.
University.
Yeah.
It's now they're now University of Santo Tomas Legazpi City.
Mm.
May nag-opening yung ECE doon. So sabi ko naman, since wala naman akong direction talaga, when I say walang direction, like whatever, go with the flow.
Yes.
This lady who I kind of like, sabi sa akin, okay, gusto mo bang mag-try ng ECE? Kasi kailangan ng ganitong number of people to move. Sabi ko, yeah, why not? Sige, you go. So that one moved towards that, navigated through it, and yung ending ko, eto na. Yung ending ko is not what I wanted, is not what I dreamed about. Kasi yung decision ko right now of working in the BPO industry, dati, 15 years ago, 16 years ago, it's still call center, hindi pa naman BPO,
Yeah.
is because of financials. So, yun yung picture ng dream, kung ano ba yung gusto kong makamit sa buhay. Yung passion for teaching ko, I think it only developed as I go along in my career. Nag-start siya. Kasi iniisip ko, Coach Orvyl, parang wala naman akong passion nun. Coming from elementary, grade school, college, wala eh. Wala talaga akong
Yeah.
passion for teaching. Sabi nga nila, it's a gift, di ba? Gift mo yan, nabigyan lang ng lalabas, and you would do. Pero wala talaga akong passion nun. Nakita ko lang siyang something that I wanted to do is when I became a manager and an executive, nasabi ko, parang ang sarap magturo, no? Masarap magpasa ng learnings mo sa ibang tao for you to learn.
Yeah.
So, anong expectation ko ba in the future? I still dream of becoming a pilot. It's still one thing that I'm working towards with. I don't know when.
Okay. Yeah.
Ano yan? Coach Orvyl, sigurado ako. Sabi mo nga, sure thing pati. O yan. It will happen. I know it will happen. I don't know when. I'm sure it's in my lifetime. Nagagawin ko siya. Kasi it's something na I feel that hindi siya magiging, it's not gonna be a good steward of me if I don't make that happen. Because every single time, hindi siya nawawala, Coach Orvyl eh. And, for every one of you who's joining us, if you're thinking na, okay, yung dream ko, parang tatapon ko na, ayoko na isipin. So,
Give up
you,
na,
you will
ganun.
have some
Yeah.
prompts. Di ba, Coach
Yeah.
Orvyl?
Yes,
Magpa-prompt ka na, Brad, parang ganda, di ba? Syempre, pumunta ka ng airport, di ba? Makita mo yung airplane, titingin ka pa rin sa taas. Gusto ko pa rin dun eh. I want to sit in a cockpit. I want to be able to move around all of those dials and so on and fly and take a look at the world in a different perspective. So that's the kind of short story of it na
Yeah.
may gusto ko pa rin siya. At alam ko, sigurado ako mangyayari siya.
Yeah. Thank you dun, Coach. Like talagang ni-run through. Actually, I really learned. Kaya pala dun nang gagaling yung airplane. Na like every time, like, di ba magka-classmate po tayo ng master class. Oh, yeah, I really hear you saying na yun sa airplane. Pero hindi talaga pumasok sa isip ko na it was like you have really, you goal na siya, no? Hindi lang siya dream. Like it's really your goal to become a pilot kahit na, no? Like nasaan ka right now, Coach. And thank you for that very nakita ko yung ups and downs ng transition ng dream, no. Coach, ipupunta ko na po siya doon, no, sa usapan talaga natin. Like kukunin ko yung keyword of executive. Like dito naging executive ka, you wanted to really teach. And oftentimes kasi if you're connecting lahat po nanonood, if you're watching this on a replay, when we talk about executive sa corporate, it's a corporate success eh.
Yes,
Paano
okay.
yung na-define? Like what was the definition of corporate success before coaching? Because right now you have that courageous message of what should success is, di ba? Parang ganun.
Yeah.
Pero before that, what's a corporate success sa'yo, Coach? And paano kayo napunta sa ganung definition?
So corporate success for me, and this has a great influence of how my father has raised us. Raising a child goes two ways, either directly or indirectly. You raise your child, di ba? Yung raising, how my father has raised me is indirectly. So do what he needs to do and I follow. Ganun lang naman yun, di ba? And then you see that stereotype along the world na eventually kung anong ginagawa mo, ginagawa ng parents mo or father mo, is that what you would do. So back when I was 18 years old, and ito yung ito yung may biglang redirection ang buhay ko.
Shift,
When I was
pivot.
may shift. Very significant to. When I was 18 years old, nabuntis ko si Coach Tin, and I became a father when I was 19. So at 19 years old, syempre pag 19 years old ka, Coach Orvyl, parang gusto mo lang maglaro-laro, di ba? Noong time na yun,
Yes.
pag engineering ka, sabi nga nila, gingineering. Di ba?
Gingineering,
Iniinom natin, namin, 4 kantos pa, bilog, gin bulag, different kinds of terminologies is being used in there because it was cheap. Tapos magtitimpla ka ng iced tea, then you're good, di ba?
Yeah.
Pero back then, I really don't have any direction of what to do. I just wanted to, kasi nung yung na-halt yung dream ko ng piloto, parang I just, whatever comes my way. Wala na yun eh. You don't have a direction anymore because you can't do anything. You are at the mercy of your ability to pay your tuition, diba? Yun siya.
Yeah.
So going through that, when I hit 19 years old, I was a dad. Then a few years pa yon, kailangan mo patapusin yung college, and you enter college, you finish it, and nag-try ako mag-board exam twice for electronic communications engineering. Di naman ako naging successful because during that time I was really not focused in that. My thinking was, okay, I graduate, I do this, tapos what next? Parang wala naman direction. I think yun din yung putting appreciation and a perspective of the redirection of I have, because it kind of put me in a state in which I needed to do something of a goal. So, nung nanganak si Coach Tin ng panganay namin, si Shaila, and eventually, after a few years, I moved to Manila. I said, okay, I'll trying to start finding work because I don't want my parents to continue supporting me, di ba? Magastos palaki ng pamilya. It takes you millions for you to do that. Afterwards, lipat na Manila, nag-work. 5 years before working in the call center industry, I was working as a service engineer in a photocopying services. So tingnan mo to, Coach Orvyl, how life is, di ba? Nag-take ka ng course ng college na ito, tapos pagdating mo ng work, it's completely different. to what you
walang
invested
connect
on.
almost,
Walang
yeah.
ka-connect, di ba? I mean, may connection yan, pero during those time, di mo naman naisip, di ba?
Yeah.
Ito yung course mo, tapos bigla ka ng service engineer. And you know the feeling where you started working, and I'm sure a lot of you have experienced doon. Para kang basang sisiw talaga. You're starting, we move to Manila, you don't know anyone. Di ba? When I say you don't know anyone, wala kang kakilala. Kilala mo lang tatay mo, kapatid mo because they're here and your sister, pero you don't know anyone. You're navigating to life in here without any clear idea of what to do. So you started in there. So 5 months, I was a service engineer. I got hired in Makati. Tapos yung location ko is in Sukat. So imagine mo, Coach Orvyl, yung trabaho ko.
Okay, wow.
Sukat. Sukat yung field of support. Punta ka ng papasok ka ng umaga, my shift was 8 to 5. Then, afterwards, you're gonna go to the office, you're gonna prep, and they're gonna give you offices that you need to go to and do a maintenance of the
Yes.
photocopier. So, electronic
Yes.
communications engineering, ending mo, naglilinis ka ng maintenance ka ng photocopier. Di ba? Ang saya. Parang ang layo eh. Parang nag-downgrade ka. Kung nasa flight ka, naka-business class ka, tapos nagbigla kang di ba? Yung regular na pass mo. So, ganun siya. So, iisipin mo, kung hindi ka goal-oriented back then, you would feel bad about yourself. You would feel bad na parang wala namang kwenta ka, no? Pero yung sa akin kasi, when I was going through that, I realized na maganda yung experience in which you started really from the bottom. I was earning around 7,000 pesos back then. So imagine mo, Coach Orvyl, ang take home ko noon, and I think my take home was 2.5 or 2 something. Magpapadala ko ng 1.5 sa kala Coach Tin, tapos 1,000 sa akin. So imagine mo, 1,000 per cut-off is not sufficient for you because you need to think about your food and so on. So kulang na kulang yon, Coach Orvyl, for 15 days. So my parents would support me back then, and sabi ko sa sarili ko, parang may mali eh. May mali dun sa how I'm taking a look at things. But it was a great experience because imagine going through work, tas yung sapatos mo, because of the rain, tapos may mga putik-putik, nasisira. Madali masira. Back then. So, nasisiraan ako. And back then, andyan pa si St. Francis Square. Mura pa rin mga sapatos doon. Bibili ka ng sapatos. Di ba? Di ba sa Mandaluyong pala sila. Pasig ba sila? Pasig area ata sila.
Mega Mall.
Tapos Mega Mall. After 3 to 5 months, sira na agad yung sapatos mo. So that one, I've experienced through all of those different things that if you can really think about it, parang nakakaya. And going through, nakakwento ko to Coach Orvyl, di ba, na kailangan mo umuwi, sobrang traffic, umuulan, punuan yung jeep, na you just wanna ride on for dear life in the jeepney para makauwi ka lang. So ganun yung experience ko, and that's how you move on. So sabi ko, when I got when Matthew came out, sabi ko hindi pwede to. So that is when I decided to move in the call center industry. Sabi ko, sige, magta-try nga ako ang call center industry. I tried to multiple companies, you got rejected. You have this two, yung isa, yung medyo magandang company, yung isa bago, call center industry. Sabi ko lang sa sarili ko, kung sino mag-offer yung pinakauna, I'll take it. So I moved to the BPO industry. And sabi ko sa sarili ko back then, when I went in there, sabi ko, 2 to 3 years, I will get promoted. 2 to 3 years, I'll put in the time, I'll put in the energy, I'll put in everything, my blood, sweat, and tears. So literal, may tears yan, may mga emotional moments yan for you going through the journey. And I was super fortunate enough to be able to meet that. 2 to 3 years, I got promoted. There are times na 9 months lang, you get the promotion already. There are some na mas mahaba, 3 years. Pero if i-average mo siya, 2 to 3 years siya on an average. So, highly focused yon, putting in your time. Pero ito yung unfortunate dito, Coach Orvyl, no? Going back to our topic of corporate
success.
Corporate success. People think na madali lang yung growth mo sa corporate. It's not. Madami kang kailangan isakripisyo. Kailangan mo isakripisyo. And you've heard this time again, Coach Orvyl, di ba? You heard this from, entrepreneurs, businessmen, successful people in the corporate world, that you need to sacrifice something. And unfortunately, as a family man, I was sacrificing my time with my wife and with my kids. ang na-skip ko, Coach Orvyl, and for those of you joining, no, ang mai-skip mo dyan, yung pagiging single mo. Kasi from you
Yes.
graduate college up until you turn 25, 30, whatever that age is, no, wala ka nun wala ako nun. So I have more than a decade of skipping, enjoying, sabi nila, di ba, pag single ka pa, enjoy mo yung sarili mo, enjoy mo yung all of these different things. I don't have that. What I focus on, my energy is to just focus on what I needed to do. And
Yep.
very, very simple lang. Ang gusto ko, Coach Orvyl, bring money in the bank. Di ba? Put food in the table, bring home the bacon, and whatever term that you want in there, that is the goal in there. So
Yeah.
that moved me towards being an executive. Unfortunately, a decade doing that put you in a space of exhaustion. Naubos ka Naubos ka, naubos din yung pamilya mo. May pera ka nga, may bahay ka nga, may auto ka nga, pero may kulang. So success is, if you're not intentional, will cripple you. Success will cripple you. Di ba? Lahat yan, it will cripple you, it will put you in a state of exhaustion if you are not clear of why you're doing things in the first place. Kung yung intention mo ng Coach Orvyl, ginagawa mo siya because of bringing home the money or increasing the lifestyle that you have, it will not fly. You will get tired in that.
Yeah.
So, yan yung short version of it.
Yeah. Connecting ako dun, Coach, and I really want to emphasize also yung really hearing the story, no, like nag-start ka sa baba like nag-start ka sa baba to yung pinaka lowest point na i-imagine mo, and then from that point, like meron kang situation na kailangan mo talagang magdumiretso kasi of course the family, so you really need to, okay, hindi na easy ako tapos then currently I'm doing this, but then I have this current situation, kailangan ko mag-provide, bring the home the bacon, bring food to the table, and pumunta ako dito sa corporate job or sa case na to sa BPO, and then dito na build yung parang the initial concept po ng corporate success. And actually, Coach, during that time na kinekento mo, I really remember this quote. I forgot kung kayo quote ng galing na parang the worst success is really getting that success without knowing what is the why behind it. Like parang like you really start to feel, okay, nandun ka na sa tuktok, naging successful ka, that is a picture mo, but then you don't know why and you feel empty on the top, and that's really very, actually sabi nila, very nakakatakot yung bagay na yun. So, Coach Shaun, actually naka 30-minute mark na tayo and magkakaroon tayo ng break. But then iiwan kita ng question. So let's dive a little bit deeper with the story. What made it during that time na nakuha mo yung corporate success, no, from rags to, di ba, parang yung kwento talaga parang Cinderella kwento. Pero pagdating mo dun sa Tok-Tok, what made you feel that you are color-blinded already with what makes life colorful? So pagbabalik po yan, magkakaroon lang po ng break, and then pagbalik sasagutin yon ni Coach Shaun. So we'll be back shortly.
As a business owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag and drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then, copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag and drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.
So we are back for the second part of our 26th broadcast of Colorblind, brought to you by Decaf Coffee Republic, the coaching hub of Life Coach Philippines, and our home as professional certified CACC life coaches. So meet our coaching tribe at Decaf Coffee Republic, located at Pioneer Center Compound along Pioneer Road, corner Brixton United Streets, Capitolio, Pasig City. So you may come for dine-in or visit for coaching services from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Saturday to Thursday po. And you may also join the community night event daily from 7:30 p.m. onwards. So every Sunday, we call that Comfy Sunday, Sundays for Life with Coach Shaun. Yan, si Coach Shaun yung guest po natin. Every Sunday, may kita niyo po siya doon. Is discussing about creativity and how can we become creative at the same time. Simple, no? So like if you're connecting with those things, si Coach Shaun po yan every Sunday, 7:30 p.m. And then Monday, we call that Nurturing Monday, Walk Along with Coach Tin. Tuesday naman po, that's Groove Tuesday. It's all about habits with Master Coach Jasmine. Wednesday, that's Purpose Wednesday, Away in a Day with Coach Rizal. And then Thursday, we call that Strengthening Thursday, Coaching for the Soul with Master Coach A. Friday po, naka-close si Dicap, magpapahinga yung space. But then pagdating po ng Sabado, 7:30 p.m., we call that Fab Saturday Open Mic with me, Coach Orvyl. So if you're that one person who wanted to experience holding a mic, standing on a stage, singing, delivering a poem, tumutula ka, or like really delivering yung kinompose mong poem or content before, and you wanted to really share it to the world without the fear of what others might say, Fab Saturday Open Mic sa Decaf Coffee Republic is for you. So our coaching hub is also an event place and venue of choice for face-to-face classes, training, and private functions. So please connect with Coach Giselle at 0917-586-1661 for inquiry and reservation. And if you're one person who desires to experience transformations in areas of health, wealth, and relationships, then I invite you to join us inside Be Learning Society as one of the mental model collectors with full access pass to the monthly mental model masterclass of Master Coach A. That's exclusive for Be Learning Society members only. So, our next mental model masterclass is called Positive Feedback Loop Mental Model Masterclass. So, do you want to create wealth and vital physical health, consistent self-esteem, a successful business, more harmonious relationships, lifelong learning? Then positive feedback loop mental model is for you to master. So compound interest doesn't only work with money, but it works with everything. So this is the superpower of the positive feedback mental model. So if you understand compound interest, you basically understand the universe. That's according to Robert Brault. I really hope I was able to pronounce that. So Be Learning Society is the tent maker of Be Learning hopes for mental fitness. And on top of the food and beverage discount we enjoy from Decaf Coffee Republic, mental model collectors also benefit from the 90-minute free coaching session with senior coaches from Life Coach Philippines. Ayan. And then, Think Talk Broadcast po is powered by Rise Up Creatives Worldwide, the social commerce turnkey solution provider that helps entrepreneurs and business owners to leverage the power of content marketing to provide value, improve engagement, and increase revenue with the investment of just 5 minutes every single day. So visit www.riseupcreatives.com to learn the benefits of lifetime members like me and discover how you can rise up and be creative in growing your business. Ayan. So, going back, iniwanan po natin ng question si Coach Sean kanina. So, inviting again, Coach Sean, sa stage, So, Coach Sean, like we're talking about corporate success, your story and paano ka napunta po dun sa mindset of that corporate success, the picture. You were able to get it. But then, like right now, being a life coach, you have this message kung ano yung, di ba, like what is success really is, ano talaga yung meaning of life. Can you give us a picture, Coach Sean? What is color? Ano yung, di ba yung question natin, ano yung pagiging colorblind na nakukuha natin with the corporate success kung hindi hindi natin nababantayan yung bagay na yan?
Yung one of the biggest challenges for people entering the corporate world and achieving success in there is yung sa relationship. In everything that you do, in everything that we do, it's all about the relationship. Wala namang iba yan. Even if you talk about ang priority ko, I want to get promoted, I want to have that status, I want to be on top of my game. Pero ang ending mo pa rin yung relationship dyan eh. And this is where a lot of people, a lot of successful men and even women go through an experience in which they're high in their career, they're high in their business, and they're higher in whatever they're doing right now. Pero yung relationship nila, it's the one that's crumbling down. Ano yan eh? Think of it as two circles, di ba? You have both circle in here, and what sana ang ginagawa natin is to have an integration between the two, so both of you're taking care of both. Pero ang nangyari, yung career mo, yung job mo, yung profession mo is the one that's getting bigger and bigger, and your relationship that you have is the one that's getting smaller and smaller. I think you kind of had that experience as well, Coach Orvyl, and for those joining, di ba? Na, you have the money, you have the status, you have all of the things that money can buy, di ba, in your current state. Pero may kulang kang area eh. May kulang ka doon sa connection mo sa mahal mo sa buhay. It can be your parents, it can be your spouse, it can be your children, it can be your friends. And all of these different things. So nawawala siya. Sabi ko nga yung the way that success comes in, if you come in the corporate world, nagiging transactional lahat ng conversation mo. And when I say transaction, it boils down to, I have one question and I have one answer. That's it. Diba? Ganun siya.
Connecting.
Kumusta
Okay.
ka? Diba, Coach Orvyl, kumusta ka? Okay lang.
Okay lang.
Ayos naman. And that's it, and you stop in there, and you don't really have this moment of talking to the person. How are things? How's your kids? How's your family? How's your children? How's your dog? Even, di ba? Wala nang ganitong conversation eh. So you only see one color. Isang color lang nakikita mo because what defines you is the job that you have, the success that you have. It can be a certificate, it can be a letter of commendation, it can be all of these different things. Pero ang tanong ko nga dyan lagi, okay, ang dami mo dito, ang dami mong achievement dito, kumusta ka sa area ng relationship mo?
Yes.
Diba?
Yes.
And I believe, and I'm generalizing the term relationship because it encompasses not just a relationship with other people. Take a look at the relationship that you have with yourself. Like, how do you see
powerful.
yourself?
Yep.
Diba? Take a look at how the relationship that you have with your spiritual connection, with who you are, with kung ano man tawag mo dyan, si God, higher being, all of these different things.
Yeah.
How is your relationship with this? Because that one, if there is a gap in there and you're neglecting, it's a medyo masakit, di ba, isipin na you're neglecting, but the reality is you're really neglecting. You're neglecting yourself, you're neglecting your family, you're neglecting God, you're neglecting all of these things. Kaya minsan magtatanong ka, binigay ko naman lahat eh. Binigay ko yung oras ko, binigay ako ng pera, binigay ako ng gifts, binigay ko lahat, even time binigay ko na. Bakit pagdating ko sa bahay, miserable ka pa rin? Because of the neglection, diba? You're neglecting the things that you to Coach Orvyl, remember, people neglect things that they value. I would say,
Mm.
parang ang sakit naman yan. It's
Mm.
true.
Mm. Mm.
Because if the first reason bakit para kanino ka bumabangon is really true to you, then why
Mm.
are you not putting in the time for your kids to spend a quality time that is fair to them? When I say quality time, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, andun ka.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that is the reality of life right now, because people now are measuring success based on the money that they bring in.
Yes.
Diba?
Yeah.
Of course, that's connected to a lot of different things. But that is not what success means. Success is you bringing and putting in the value to the people that you intended, diba? Or you decided to help in the first place. If you're not building that relationship in them, then ano yung binibigay mo? Di
Yeah.
ba? Malamang
Yeah.
wala kang
Mm.
binibigay. Oh, yeah, you're giving up what the body needs or what the human needs for survival, pero the need for connection, it's not there. So that
Yeah.
is what colorblindness is. And there's a lot of people in the corporate world that are really colorblinded because
Yeah.
they only see black and white. Di ba? Yun
Mm.
lang ang nakikita.
Transactional.
Yeah,
Yeah.
transactional.
Yeah, actually that's really ano no coach no. I'm really glad with this conversation of course and also yung mga previous guests ko because like let's talk about life no like there's really life beyond this corporate. I myself I'm really a victim no like you know I can become more passionate in really doing what I do in my work day and and wala po ako dito to really dito na pangit yung corporate. It's not that but it's really let's talk about those things, yung mga topic na dapat pinag-uusapan about life, relationship,
Correct.
your mental health, no? The spirituality coach, no? And that's really the yung colorblind, yung pinaka-purpose nito. Coach Sean, if you can give us, you know, like a clear picture or a situation or an example, what would be the worst thing could happen if we tolerate being colorblind in this corporate success? Because you know like there are things na dito pa rin parang meron ka mga pa-cute na comfort na nakukuha but then if we still continue that, what would be the worst thing na pwede mangyari?
Well, threefolds, no?
Mm.
The first one, of course, ikaw mo yung unang-una dyan tatamaan eh. When you continue to just focus on one color, whatever, probably your work,
Yeah.
your health will decline. Sure yan. You know,
Yeah.
ganito yung Coach Orvyl, di ba? You start your work very excited and all of these different things, looking forward and so on.
Yeah.
But eventually, your performance starts declining and your health starts declining.
Yeah.
Di ba? Minsan iisipin mo, why do some companies or most company offer sick leave? Because they expect you to put in longer hours in the office and they expect you to be sick eventually.
Yeah.
Di ba? I mean, if the company, and I'm talking to, you know, a lot of different companies in there, if the company is really supporting you, o hindi nga company, parang pangit naman, di ba? Because a company, when you start a business, you have good intentions. The people,
Yes.
the leaders out there that are leading this, if they really care for you as an individual, then they will not push you to do something that is not humanly already ideal. When I say humanly ideal, if your bosses, your leaders is forcing you to work 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours and be on call every single day, then that is no longer ideal for you. It's going to hunt you. It's going to put you in the space in which your health will decline. So magtataka ka, minsan 'di ba, parang wala physically, Coach Orvyl, okay ka naman pero some part of you, your mind, your body aches and you just want to take your leave because you're exhausted. The reality, you're exhausted. You're super exhausted already. So, wag ka na magtaka kung bakit nagkakasakit ka. Wag ka na magtaka kung yung boss mo minsan nagko-complain sa'yo na wala ka, hindi ka active, and so on and so forth because you are doing that to yourself. You're putting in so much pressure in your personal health. So, that's one.
Yep.
Number two is yung relationship mo. You know, imagine working in the office 12 hours, 16 hours, 18 hours, sometimes 24 hours. I've experienced working 24 hours, by the way.
Yes.
Two consecutive times. I said, never gonna do that again. Pero may goal ka kasi, may gusto kang ma-achieve but it's still not influencing your spouse, your children properly, because you're also teaching your children to do the same. Na if you
Yeah.
wanna be success, you put long hours. Alam mo, okay lang sana kung yung long hours mo ay binubuno mo or nilalagay mo sa pag-grow ng business mo or being an entrepreneur. Okay lang yan because you will reap that in the future.
Yeah.
But if you are someone who's putting in long hours in the work that you do, thinking that people will pay you back in whatever means or terms,
Yeah.
maniwala ka, hindi mo siya ma-achieve. You will not. Work
Connecting.
16 hours, 18 hours, you will have the same bonus, you will have the same salary.
That's true. I
Everyone,
mean, yeah.
di ba?
Yeah.
Everyone needs to put that in their head.
Yep.
Now, I'm not saying for you to quit your job. Don't quit your job, ha? Mahabang proseso yan.
Yes.
But tell yourself that even if you sleep in the office, you will not get rich in there. You will have the same amount of money that you will earn, the same amount of bonus. So, balik ka sa pamilya mo. Saan mo ba talaga ginagawa yan? Para ba sa iyo na yan o para sa pamilya mo? But you just need to be clear kasi nawawala yung essence ng family. Number 3, yung environment. Yung critical aspect of the environment of where you're at, because yung environment mo kung hindi conducive at hindi supportive sa well-being mo, then yun din yung magiging mindset mo, yun din magiging culture mo. So tanong ko doon lang sa'yo, yan bang the way that you're living your life right now, is that really something that you wanna instill to the next generation?
Yeah.
O kung tatay ka, nanay ka, yan ba talaga gusto mong iwan sa kanila? Kasi kung yan gusto mong iiwan, maganda ka. Maganda ka na yung anak mo, paglaki nila, ganun din sila. Wala din silang oras sa sarili nila. Wala din silang oras sa pamilya nila. Wala din silang oras sa pag-socialize and connect with other people because they're so focused towards achieving this status in the workplace and getting financial success that they forget the reason why they've started that in the first place.
Yeah.
So that is what colorblind is. And it's unfortunate that the corporate world is created that way. I don't really blame the business owners of it because initially naman inisip naman nila gusto nilang magtulong sa mga tao, di ba? They want to be able to help them, support them. Pero yung blinded ka kasi doon sa success mo and pera, doon nag-i-start yung decline ng tao.
Yes, gets. It's yung point of that yung parang may initial na need ka ng pera, so to like minsan nadi-disregard mo yung mga ganitong points na like yung mga key points in life like relationship, mental health. Yeah, actually the environment per se, because actually one thing that I realized, coach, na like you were talking about, kailangan talaga ng intentional na mag-pause. Huminto ka muna talaga. Like really see and identify one area of your life at a time and tignan mo kung ano yung kumusta na siya, ano yung picture niya, and like really go out muna, like mag-diffuse ka muna, sabi na diffuse ka muna in what you do and really recalibrate things kung ano yung mga dapat may recalibrate, because end of the day it's your life and how would you like to spend your life? Sabi nga nila, di parang di naman forever na buhay tayo, so like how would you like to really ano itsura ng mga araw mo per day. And I really believe, and it's very important, the keyword na next generation, coach. And thank you for saying that, because after nito, baka maybe after years, if you're connecting with me, hindi ka na ganun ka-energetic. And like darating yung point na yung next gen, yung mga bata right now, they would be the leaders. And how would you like to be yung situation na yun? Kumusta yung future mo, being them as the people who is really leading and is really working. Coach Shaun, you were talking about this is the colorblind, no? Like ito talaga yung picture ng colorblind in the corporate success that would talagang doon napupunta oftentimes. Let's talk about your favorite color. Like nasabi mo nung hiningi ko like your favorite color is black and white. And actually nung sinearch ko yung black and white na yun, actually I usually see ko ano yung mga colors rin na connecting rin sa akin in connection with your color. I got the color midnight. So the midnight talk about sophistication and ano na nga ba yung kulay na about sophistication and elegance. Coach Shaun, let's talk about your favorite color. Ano bakit ito yung naging favorite color mo, and in area sa pagdating sa area ng buhay mo right now, ano yung ano yung anong kulay meron sila. Ayan.
Mm. Uh, Sinabi mo na sophistication. Black and white is something that allows you to um, think of it as reminding yourself of who the person you need to be, to navigate through everything that's happening in your life. Kasi kung titingnan mo kasi yung overall buhay natin, madami kasi yung aspeto na kailangan mong pagbigyan ng pansin, di ba? You talk about health, you talk about relationship, you talk about business, you talk about your career, you talk about finances, you talk about growth, di ba? And learning and all of these different things. So kung hindi mo binibigyan ng attention yung lahat yan, mauubos ka. You cannot just develop one area of your life. And being sophisticated means that putting in the effort, putting in your skills, putting in your talents, putting in everything that you have. Kaya nga yung anong pinaglalaban ko is integration, di ba? Kasi kailangan mo
Yes.
integrate lahat sa buhay mo. Hindi ko mo ganito ka sa bahay, iba ka sa opisina, at hindi kung ganito ka sa opisina, iba ka sa bahay. That is causing a lot of disruptions. Kaya nga madaming tao, yung isa lang, di ba, ang nakikita niya. 1 and 0 nga, di ba? Ako may mga ganyan din akong 1 and 0 eh. Kasi iniisip mo, pag andito ka, you turn off this. Pag andito ka, you turn off this. That will not fly. Your brain is not, you're exhausting your brain. What you need to be able to put in a space in which this is me. I accept me. My me is not perfect. My me is not, ideal. My me is not, pleasing to some people. Pero ako ito eh. And that for me is sophistication, that you're telling yourself that I am unique.
Yeah.
I might say some things that you don't like. That's your problem. That's not mine. But I'm willing to listen to you. I'm willing to hear you, your insights. Pero I'm not gonna yield because gusto mo akong mag-conform sa'yo, mag-conform sa norm. I'm gonna do it because I know that I need to do it. I need to grow. I need to be better, and I will need to change. So that one is a form of sophistication. You can put that in an aspect of, as well, on the way that you carry yourself and the way that you carry your conversation. Ayan, Coach Orvyl, may mga trauma din ako dyan on the past experience of conversations. Kaya minsan parang pwedeng wag na lang tayo mag-usap kasi nakaka-trigger yung mga ganyang conversation eh. Pero sophistication is allowing you to bring yourself in a space in which, okay, na-acknowledge ko to, medyo pangit, pero little by little, tatrabahuin ko siya for me to be able to get that real success that I want. And again, going back to what I said, real success is not the money that you bring in. It's not the material thing that you have. Real success is coming from the space in which you are developing your relationship. You're growing your relationship. One of the things I'm learning right now is communication IQ. Kaya yung mga tao sa relationship nila ay nagde-decline is because they're not developing their communication IQ. People talk about IQ, EQ, and a lot of these different things. Pero how can you develop this if the way that you're communicating with other people is not clear? So hindi klarado siya. So that one for me, yun ang sophistication.
Yeah, it's actually you gave last time, I think Sunday, you were able to give a brief definition or a brief benefit of real understanding in communication IQ. And I really believe it is something na dapat rin pag-aralan, bigyan ng tuunan ng pansin, because it is communication, yung paano tayo makikipag-connect, paano ba natin ma-i-start yung relationship. Nag-i-start talaga yan sa communication and really being kind, because like you understand as well yung language, ika nga. Coach, and bigla lang ako yung na curious. Of course, this is your favorite color, no? Like we're talking about the black and white, and then what's your least favorite color? Pinaka least favorite color and what it represents?
Least favorite color? Dati yellow eh. Masyado bright kasi sa akin yun.
Nakasilaw.
I feel nakakasilaw. I feel that it's something that's really just standing out because secretly I want to stand out, but society is ayaw mo mag-stand out. I hope that makes sense. No?
Yeah,
because I have this feeling I would rather work in the back end and help other people grow in return. But kung titingnan mo kasi when you're continuously supporting other people, in essence, you are also being highlighted and also being appreciated by these people. So you're kind of
Yeah.
working from the limelight, but in a back setting.
Yeah.
So,
Gets.
ayoko nung ilaw na yellow, ayoko yung bright na yan. You can
Mm.
have it, but I want to be able to help you out move forward further and progress further. Kasi na-realize ko na ikaw kasi nabibigyan ka ng opportunity for you to be a star, 'di ba?
Mm.
And for me, I was blessed with that, and I would think it's a divine thing na bless ako ng Panginoon diyan, na bless ako ng ang ganyang gift of
Yep.
growth. Pero na-realize ko kasi it's something na ayokong nandyan sa limelight. So I would rather help you out. That's why it's my least favorite color. But it's my favorite color if I'm shining it on you. As long as it's not shining on me.
Okay, gets ko na. Okay.
So ganun siya. But again, flip side of it, gusto kong na-appreciate ako. Pero not to that aspect of what other people or this world is saying that famous or, being the apple of the eye or attention is. Ayoko ng ganun.
Yeah, it's really the yung parang we were talking about this one of our mag-classmate nga po tayo dun sa masterclass master coaching ni Master Coach A, like really pushing that person pataas, no? Pataas. And then
Yes.
darating yung point that someone then sa likod mo is really pushing you up, no? Until such time pabalik lang siya ng pabalik, and really understanding yung analogy na yun, Coach. Coach, di na tayo actually pa last part na tayo ng conversation. Right now, Coach, di ba nakapag-transition po kayo from the picture of the corporate success, and then right now you like being a certified life coach, a father, of course, yung one of the strongest message, at the same time also being part of a corporate work right now. What's the difference? Anong bago ngayon? Like kumpara before, and then like anong bago kay Coach Shaun in terms of really working sa corporate world?
Yung change ko dyan significantly is my intention to educate my children.
Yes.
Yun talaga. Education my children. Yung Coach Galicia put in a note in there of how valuable success is. And I think na yung measurement of success natin, measurement of success ko is not what I achieve in me. When I say in me, kung ano nakikita mo. But it's what you see in my children. Because that generation, that movement of your focus towards you teaching your wisdom, gaining your wisdom and teaching that with your children will allow them to live a better life than you have. Kasi ang nangyayari dyan, Coach Orvyl, ang tendency natin, tayong mga anak, tayong mga, next generations, we either follow or we either do completely the opposite of what our parents have done. Na-realize ko, parang hindi magandang stewardship yun, no? Hindi magandang stewardship yun in a way na either susundin mo yung yapak ng parents mo or you will do otherwise because hindi maganda yung experience.
Yep.
Because when you're clear with that na you're educating your children, o kung wala pa kayong anak but you have plan in the future, that you are intentional na lahat ng gagawin ko today up until my end of life, whatever that is I will ensure that I'm able to educate yung anak ko. Like we have been investing for the last 4 years in life coaching. I've invested tons of money in this profession. Kumbaga, ito na yung pinakamalaking investment ko. Hindi ano pa to, Coach Orvyl, no? Mas malaki pa to sa investment ko dito sa bahay. I mean, I bought a house, but it's much bigger than that. And yung na-realize ko kasi na yung typical mindset natin na when your legacy should be the material things that you leave behind, house, lots, all of those things. I realize hindi eh. The best legacy that you can leave behind with your children is education. And I'm not talking about academic education,
Connecting.
the academic education right now is an outdated version of your success. Maniwala kayo sa akin. That educational system, and I'm sorry to hear that, to say that with other people, but it's a reality. Take a look at it. Outdated na yan. So you, as a parent, as good steward, is to teach your children the right behavior, the right mindset, the right, culture, the right values for them to be successful. So they don't have to go through that slavery in the corporate world, so that they can build your own. Ako, ang goal ko sa mga anak ko, Coach Orvyl, maging entrepreneur sila. So I told them that I promise you, habang buhay pa ako, hindi ka magiging empleyado. And ang promise mo sa akin, habang ginagawa ko yan, that you will never be an employee, whatever happens. Do something to be creative. Do something to create something rather than consume. Kasi consumerism yung binild ng buong mundo ito for you to consume.
Yes.
I want to change that. I want to stop that with my with the next generations on my end.
Yeah. Yung picture rin, coach, na like yung picture of, actually, lagi ko nakahagip talaga yung next generation. Like, ito kasi yung ginagawa natin right now. Like what I always hear Coach Shaun and then Coach Tin, and of course, Master Coach A. Like, yung ginagawa, the effort right now, hindi na 100% para sa inyo. No? Like, hindi na para sa atin. It's really, of course, really seeding dito sa mga next gen natin. And like, that's what I'm really getting to encapsulate yung sinabi nyo ngayon, Coach. Coach, year 2028, like let's picture that, year 2028, si Coach Shaun, of course, after 5 years from now, for some reason, magically, na-meet nyo siya ngayon. What do you think yung sasabihin sa'yo ni Coach Shaun de Joya, year 2028, sa'yo? Ngayon.
Dali lang yan. You made it.
Wow.
Yes.
Simple as that. Yeah. I'm really happy to hear that. Yeah. It's nakaka-goosebumps. Go.
One of the things that I learned from Master Coach A, and I really put it into heart, one of the reasons why a lot of people in the corporate world are so exhausted, because they put too much energy and time to be promoted in your corporate career, di ba? Andun mo binigay yung oras mo . And it's unfortunate that that kind of mindset is also putting you in a space of exhaustion, and you get tired, and it affects your mental health. It affects your courage to do things. Imagine mo, Coach Orvyl, di ba? Bakit ang daming mga tao transitioning from corporate to business to entrepreneur are super challenged on transitioning? Why? Because we were raised, we were trained, we were educated to have a mindset of employee. That is the reality of it. So it takes time. Imagine mo kung ganyan yung mindset mo, then you go for promotion, 1 decade, 2 decade in the career, you have that mindset. So ang hirap siyang i-move out of, ang hirap siyang i-transition, because you are trained, you have been programmed, you have been conditioned to be an empleyado. 2 to 3 years you get promoted and you transition towards having a business, it will be a challenge. Kaya nga, di ba, kailangan mo ng tulong, kailangan mo ng coaching, kailangan mo ng consultant, and all of these different things for you to transition. So that one, when you're clear with that, you're clear of what's going on, you have this intention na, teka lang, kailangan ko mag-invest sa sarili ko, put in the time, put in the work, pero don't fast track it, because fast tracking it leads you to exhaustion . Ako, I've had that 2 to 3 years to get promoted, and eventually, afterwards, I stopped. Kasi pagod na pagod ako . Tapos realize ko, okay, what's next? And sabi ko, in science, it takes you about 5 years to transition. I'm turning 5 years next year. And sabi ko, okay, I'm taking it slow, because I want to take care of my mental health and while transitioning to business. Kasi sigurado ako, 2028, na I will make it.
Yes.
I will make it. How that picture looks like depends on how I will do things, pero clear ako . Clear ako kung anong gusto kong makamit. And that is something that I'm aiming towards for. I would like my children, to listen to this video in the future when it's time for them to start taking a look at that, na pwede mong ma-meet pero wag kang, sabi nga ni Master, wag kang duwag to speak up. Wag kang duwag to be able to voice out. Pero wag ka din pikon for you to grow. Wag ka din
Connecting.
pikon for you to highlight some of the key things or behaviors, mindsets that you have that's not serving you. Kasi babalik pa rin yan, Coach Orvyl, eh. The results, I measure the results now not based on what I'm achieving in the physical realm. What
Yep.
I measure it, and sorry, material. What I measure it is how I'm building relationship with myself in other people. So
Yeah.
kung nakakapag-grow ako ng relationship dun sa mga taong truly matters to me, I will invest.
Yeah.
Pero may hangganan. May hangganan yan. Pero mag-i-invest ako kasi yun yung commitment ko. Na my measurement is the relationship that I build, not the money that I get.
Yeah. Sure thing pating, you'll made it, Coach.
Sigurado ako.
Thank you.
Sigurado ako. Without shadow of a doubt, I will make it.
Yeah, thank you for that. Naka goosebumps lang, like really receiving that. You know, as simple as that, no, like really having that confidence na 5 years from now, I'll make it. Yung total picture, wala akong absolute. That's totally okay. No? Like really, like from that statement, actually, Coach, and I'm really learning that. You know, minsan kasi yung pangangarapin natin yung year 2028, dapat kasi ganito, absolute. You know, like really have a vacation from perfection. Okay lang, edi sabihin natin, I'll make it. Hindi ko sure kung ano magiging picture niya, pero I think every time that I'm doing the right decision, every single moment ngayon, for sure thing talaga, I will be able to make it. Coach Sean, pa-wrap up na tayo. In connection with corporate success, the people who is watching right now and who will be watching this on a replay, what would be your top 3, like top 3 advice? Of course, your coaches top 3 advice. So top 3 question that you would like every people na nasa na like in that level of corporate success, but they feel na there's something wrong. Like what is it that you wanted to give to them?
Okay. This one, I've been practicing this since I've learned about it and I put it in stone. 3 things. Okay. Be brilliant at the basics. Basics work. Maniwala kayo sa akin. Kaya nga pinaglalaban ko yung simplicity because the simpler that you can convert things, the better. Intelligent people, and even si Albert Einstein, di ba, sabi niya, simplicity is something that if you're simple, then you are super intelligent. Simplicity. So be brilliant at the basics. Number 2 is know your numbers. Keep track of your progress. Ito, ninavigate ko pa to Coach Orvyl, no? Because the way that I'm keeping track of my progress is in the corporate setting, workplace pa rin. So, ini-integrate ko pa to sa buhay ko na dapat tinatrack mo din yung sarili mo, progression mo.
Gets.
Know your numbers. Track it, where you're at, how you're doing, how you're proceeding. One of the talents that I have and I'm super appreciative of is taking a look at patterns. Alam ko yung pattern. Makikita ko yan. Makita ko yung pattern mo. Alam ko yung magiging ending mo. Yun yung reason kung bakit I always tell people that, hey, ito yung pattern mo eh. So pag kinontinue mo yan, what would happen to you? Diba? So if you want to change that, then change your pattern, change your mindset, change your behavior. Kasi that will not fly for you. If you're transitioning like me to becoming a coaching entrepreneur, it will not work. Even if you're transitioning to be an entrepreneur from employee. Kaya ang dami Coach Orvyl na lulos na nagta-transition eh. And even right now, because they're not getting the support that they need. Third, yung CIQ. Communication IQ. Develop mo yan. Communication is key. And when I say communication, over-communicate, but when you over-communicate, you define how you're communicating. Put a definition of what those words, what those thoughts, what those behavior, whatever that is, so that the other person will first, you understand how you're communicating, at the second, understands you that, hey, hindi kita iniinis, hindi kita binibwisit. Kung napipikon ka, that's not my intention. My intention is for you to understand where I'm coming from so that you can explain to me where you're coming from. Because the more that you bridge that gap, the better it is for you to build the relationship. And success is about relationship. Time and again, entrepreneurs and businessmen say that you cannot thrive in the things that you're doing if you're not developing that relationship. So wag kang mag-isa. Wala ka sa corporate world, maniwala ka sa akin. You're transitioning already. So build relationship, value that relationship, huwag kang pikon, di ba? Okay lang naman mapikon, pero pag napikon ka, uy, okay na. Alam mo, galing kang corporate eh. Feedback doon, hindi pangit, di ba? Pero wala ka sa space doon eh. So go back. Tell yourself, salamat sa feedback. Salamat. Medyo masakit ha, kasi galing corporate eh. Pero okay, naintindihan ko. Kailangan ko lang ng processing.
Yeah.
Pero
Yeah.
never isolate, never isolate. So yun, tatlong yun.
Yeah.
That has helped me a lot. 2 to 3 years promotion, even here in the life coaching profession, it's still helping me.
Yep.
Super valuable.
Yep. Thank you dun, Coach Sean. Yung talag, actually, ako, pinaka-favorite ko dun sa tatlong binigay mo is like really the last one. Eh. Like really, uh, a relationship and then at the same time, yung ring, yung pikon, actually, that's ano eh, magkakaiba ng picture yan, pero
Yeah.
especially if you're in a corporate, I myself, meron ka talagang picture nung, ano eh, parang minsan mabilis ka lang mapikon because minsan absolute, di ba? Like parang absolute, ito yung feedback, so totally mali, consider mali ka o hindi ka mali. Pero you know, like even you start to really transition at the same time really valuing your mental health and really, 'di ba, like permitting yourself no to really achieve your goals kung ano man yung gusto mong i-achieve. Yon yung part na yun. Like you really need processing. Kaya isa one of the solution that na narinig nyo rin po which I myself I really believe talk to a certified life coach to really help you process dun sa part na yun because it's not about the technicalities pagdating dito sa part, it's really the behaviors,
Yeah.
pattern, and Coach Sean can really help you dun sa part na yun. So, Coach Sean, and this is actually the finale episode ng season 2 ni Colorblind, and most like, and of course you'll be the last person who will answer this $1 million question with all the things na napag-usapan natin, Coach Sean, diretsong tanong and diretsong sagot. What makes life really colorful? You know, like what makes life really colorful?
The people around you.
The
The
people around
people
you.
around you makes life colorful.
Yeah.
Isolation removes the colors in your life.
Wow.
Never isolate. I've learned that the hard way. I've learned that in a tough way. Pero nung natutunan ko siya, naintindihan ko kasi I'm not perfect. It's not a perfect journey. I'm still working on it. Pero yung tao kasi sa paligid mo ang nagbibigay ng kulay sa buhay mo eh. So as you continue to push away these people that care for you, you're also removing the colors of your life. So welcome these people. I mean, stretch your
Yeah.
heart, stretch your mind, stretch your soul, uh,
Mm.
and welcome them. Kasi pag naiintindihan mo yung value nun, ang ganda ng feeling. Sabi ko nga, it's a freeing feeling. It's a freeing feeling that you have people around you that understands you but don't tolerate you. And you have people around you that really celebrates you. And you seldom will get that. So ako nilalaban ko yan. Nilalaban ko yan. Yan, napipikon pa din naman. Pero kailangan mong ilaban. You need to be intentional of fighting for it.
Yeah.
So that one, put color in yourself, value the relationship that you have. And when I say value, not hindi lang lip service, really put in the time, put in the effort.
Yeah.
And, start doing the things that you want to do. Start being you. Start being human.
Start being
Di ba?
human. Yes.
Start being human. Kasi tao tayo. And ng tao, sabi nga ni Master Coach A, yung greatest gift na bigay sa atin ng Panginoon is yung gift ng pagmamahal. So yun lang, magmahal tayo kahit anong mangyari.
Yep. Wow, thank you, Coach Sean, with this a very meaningful conversation. Ako po personally, I really appreciate and I'm really happy, not like really able to have a conversation po with you. And of course, para rin sa mga viewers and who will be watching this soon. No? So, Coach Sean, final message, you wanna vlog, like meron ka pong gustong invite people. So this is the moment, Coach. Take it away.
Yeah, for those who's joining us, maraming salamat for your time. Just continue to visit us at Life Coach Philippines. If you want to be part of this growing profession, and if you're thinking about transitioning from employee to full-time entrepreneur, kaya po eh. There's a way for you. There's a way for you to get your talent in there and utilize it to monetize it. Kaya siya. But you need to be able to put the time, the resources, and the money for you to start transitioning. It takes time.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for about 5 years na. I'm still continuing to invest kasi long term siya. Going back to Jeff Bezos' mental model, di ba? Long game. Long game siya.
Yeah.
So, Life Coach Philippines, if you want to know more about what I'm doing, take a look at my page, Life Coach Shaun de Joya. I'm brewing something in there in the next couple of months. I'm super excited. We're gonna transition that page of mine, Life Coach Shaun de Joya, and I'm super excited with that. Working with Master Coach A with the business coaching.
Yeah.
And for those of you who's going through some tough times as well, Life Coach Philippines lang po. Visit us, Life Coach Philippines. And also follow TikTok broadcast. Check na din po yung mga videos, other videos in
Yes.
here. You'll learn a lot of values and wisdom in here. And that's something that you need to do. Continue on learning. Continue on investing on your learning. Wag lang mag-invest sa mga bagay na mga material. Mga wala din yan. Pero yung knowledge nyo, that's a highly valuable skill. Creativity is having different knowledge. So be creative by getting new knowledge and learning from this.
Yeah. Coach Shaun, again, maraming salamat for really sharing your time, your effort, your story. No, thank you for being vulnerable and your wisdom. So again, if you are connecting with this conversation, just really message. This is a safe space. Connect with us 0917-586-1661 or visit us at Decaf Coffee Republic. And yeah, thank you for supporting Colorblind. And whether you are joining us live or watching on a replay, please do leave a comment to share your thoughts and insight. Please don't keep us a secret. Help us serve more people by circulating the link of this video. So as I close this final episode of for season 2, I'd like to speak to all the technical people who are passionate about what they do, which are no oftentimes these are the unsung heroes of the global workforce. Thank you. Maraming salamat for standing and fighting for your space and purpose. You are not alone. On this side of the digital space are real people like us who are journeying with you. And strongly, we invite you to embark on a journey of becoming a coaching entrepreneur. And together, let's make change possible. So Life Coach Philippines offer a co-actively co-create life coach certification program with 40 CPD credit units. So CACC course includes a 21-day web-based learning with lifetime access, 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and the 3-day live virtual business bootcamp with senior coaching team. So the program package also comes with done-for-you coaching programs and many other bonuses that coaching professionals to jumpstart in the second fastest growing industry in the world today. So life coaching is truly the 21st century learning experience that is empowering professionals to enhance their skills in multiple domains, thereby increasing their relevance in an increasingly complex workplace and dynamic business environment. So call Coach Rizal now at 0917-586-1661 to join the live coaching bootcamp on November 12, 19, and 26. And once again, thank you for watching all shows hosted here at Think Talk Broadcast. Please follow, subscribe, and engage in our social media accounts at ThinkTalk_TV on Twitter and Instagram, and Think Talk Broadcast naman po on YouTube, and give us your review. And for partnership and collaboration, please connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661. See you in Season 3 here at Think Talk Broadcast as we continue to serve you beyond borders. So your one coaching thought is without the right values, success is brief. Love without colors, safety beyond colors. This is us in the Philippines. Coaches like us think and talk like this. This is Coach Orvyl broadcasting beyond borders to advance life coaching worldwide. Love bam boom, love bam boom, love bam boom. Thank you everyone. Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. Coach Orvyl signing off.